a smart clock radio designed to take care of your charging needs. That's our Techstination. I'm Fred Fishkin, and joining us from Palo Alto Innovation is Alex Tramiel, CEO and co-founder. Thanks for joining us, Alex.
It's my pleasure, Fred. Looking forward to chat.
Give us a little background, first of all, about Palo Alto Innovation.
Sure. So we're a small design firm out in Silicon Valley in the Palo Alto area. And we wanted to make products that were simple. And it was those type of products which were like, oh, why didn't that exist? So the first product we had was the original Sandman clock, which was a 4 USB port charging station. And we listened to our customers that wanted something fancier, something smarter. So we created the Sandman Doppler, which has every bell and whistle under the sun with 6 USB ports, speakers, and a bunch of other features, which we can get into shortly.
Sure. Well, let's go over the features here because it is a very special smart clock. Has Alexa built in. I'll let you go over some of the other features as well.
Yeah. Apologies to anyone that has an Echo device or a Doppler around. We're going to be saying that word a lot. I like to say Alexa. I've gotten really good at saying that. But yeah, so it's a smart clock. I have one right here. It's obviously not plugged in, but it's got backlit buttons on the top, 2 microphones, a light sensor, 6 USB ports. You can actually upgrade 3 of these USB ports to USB-C. And that's a upgrade that a consumer can do. It's got a big screen on the front, 1.8-inch display with RGB numbers. You can change the color to anything you want. It's also got some smart icons on the bottom for weather, light bar on top, set of stereo speakers for great sound, as well as Bluetooth. So it's an Echo device or an Alexa, a USB charger, and a nightstand alarm clock with a smart display, all wrapped in one device.
So you sort of described it before. You took a look at what's out there and what the pain points are, I suppose, for a lot of people, and then got to work.
Yeah. So it was a long process, but yes. Long story short, we had the original clock. I came up with the idea for the original clock because I had my phone, and then I bought an Apple Watch. This was a long time, 6-something years ago. I got an Apple Watch, and I'm like, okay, I now have my phone, my Apple Watch, my Fitbit, and I think I had one more device. I'm like, I need more than one USB station. And I looked, and I had this nest of cables next to my bed. And so we made the original Sandman, and then I'm like, we can do more with this. And this was when Alexa devices or Echo devices were coming out more and more prevalently. So I said, this is a perfect device for an Echo built in. So we looked into how to do that. And Amazon has a service called AVS, Alexa Voice Services, where you can utilize Alexa on a third-party device. Just Amazon doesn't have to make it. And we decided, okay, let's go and add a couple USB ports. And we need speakers in order to have an Echo. And thus the Sandman Doppler was kind of, concept came up. So it's been a long process. We've had an interesting development cycle, but we're finally shipping with a great product, and it's available nationwide.
And you're delivering enough power through all 6 of these USB ports to charge just about anything?
Yeah. So it's got a 96-watt power brick, which is a pretty big power brick. And it's an alarm clock that needs 96 watts of power. And that's because each USB port can do up to 2.4 amps. And then all of the LEDs, there's actually 136 LEDs inside the Doppler. If those are all on at full brightness, we pull about 5 amps of power. And so we need about 96 watts in order to charge everything at full power all at once. There are some USB-C devices in the last couple of years, which require, a lot more power. I'm talking like high-end MacBooks and stuff like that. Those will usually stay charged, but they won't increase your level. So it can charge just about anything, but it won't necessarily charge it fast. It'll trickle charge some things.
We're talking mobile devices.
Yeah. So I mean, it's designed to charge things while you sleep. So we're not trying to fast charge your phone. Hopefully you sleep more than 3 or 4 hours, we'll charge your phone fully. If you want to, charge your phone in 15 minutes, this is not the product for you. I recommend you sleep more than 15 minutes.
You did pay a lot of attention to design here, and you have I think, a few colors available as well, right?
We do. We do. So we have three colors available. We have blackout, moon gray, and midnight blue. And it's all really hard to tell through pictures, but they all have a soft touch coating. You have one, Fred. You can know how nice it feels. Um, and we wanted it to be neutral and minimalist. So it'll fit in any part of your house, especially on your nightstand.
One of the things I like is the app that you can use to control this. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so the app is all cloud-based. So if you remember, when you're at the grocery store, oh, I need to set an alarm for myself, you can do that from your phone app, and it will change your Doppler, while you're at your house. And we are constantly adding new features to the app. We're adding a bunch of customization features. You can change the color of the buttons and the screen independently for both day and night modes. That's actually 4 different color settings. There's also brightness settings, and we have some advanced features like blackout mode, which will turn off all the lights until you hit a button. Then it will dim up slowly and then dim down slowly just so you can see the time. That's how you set the weather, set your Wi-Fi, configure ALEXA, and there's a lot more coming soon.
What kinds of things are you looking at? Can you give us any hints?
I can give you lots of hints. We have so many ideas, and we're looking forward to getting all of them. Right now, the next thing that we are working on, which we have announced, is there's actually 2 buttons up here that say 1 and 2. And those buttons are there for future use. We're going to integrate them in the next update. It's going to be version 1.4, which is going to enable the smart button feature. And those smart buttons will link with ALEXA routines. And those routines will allow you to do just about anything with your smart home. So you could have, smart button 1, lock your house, lock your front door, close your garage door, turn off all your lights, and turn on your security system. And that's all programmed through ALEXA routines. You could have smart button 2, wake you up in the morning, turn on all your lights, open your blinds, start your coffee maker, and make you some toast. So obviously we can't actually make the toast, but we can trigger the devices that make the toast.
Is there a way to have multiple alarms for a couple, for instance?
Absolutely, absolutely. So I'm trying to remember the theoretical maximum. It was thousands, but yeah, there are an infinite number of alarms. You can actually set alarms multiple ways. You can set alarms with your voice using ALEXA. You can set alarm with the buttons. That's called the system alarm, and then you can set alarms with the app, and those alarms can be repeating. You can name the alarms. And in the next update, you'll be able to change the color of the alarm. So you'll be able to tell by the alarm bell what's going off, which alarm it is. And yeah, you can set hundreds of alarms. It's not a problem. And they can all be reoccurring.
One of the other really nice things, and I think you alluded to it before, was that in the middle of the night, you can set this so that you can read the clock, but it's not brightening up the room.
Yeah.
It's not going to wake people up.
Yeah. We've had a lot of people say, oh, I have my cell phone for my alarm clock. And I probably shouldn't say this, but I actually use my cell phone for my alarm clock too. I don't use the alarm clock on the alarm clock I created, but the alarm clock I created is still incredibly useful because it charges my phone. And when I wake up in the middle of the night for whatever reason, or, I wake up a little early and I want to go back to sleep, I don't have to pull out my phone and get blasted by its light. The Doppler uses a discrete LED display, and the LEDs will dim all the way down to 0. And that's very different than even the OLED display on your phone. They're not designed to put out as little light as possible. They're designed to put out as much light as possible. And that's what they're good at. So we wanted to create a device which was specifically designed to do that. So some of the other products on the market either have bad viewing angles or don't have this type of display, and that are backlit with LCDs, and they just put out way too much light. And that was our really important to us when we were creating the Doppler, to make sure we didn't do that.
So in short, I suppose we could say that this is a smart clock radio that does so much now and has that ALEXA built in, as you say, but it's going to get better over time.
Absolutely. Not only will ALEXA get better every day, and she does, our product will as well. We have a full Linux computer in there, and we've already pushed multiple software updates to improve the user experience and add new features. We don't have Spotify support yet. We're working on that. That's going to come soon, so you can play Spotify on your Doppler via your phone or your web app using Spotify Connect. We have the smart buttons, which I already mentioned, and we have just numerous other features, which I'm really looking forward to. I'm a pretty heavy sleeper. And so one of the features which we're working on, I'm trying to think here. I'll tell you both of them. Don't tell anyone else. We have one which is a simultaneous alarm, which is a feature which I'm really excited about, honestly, where it's going to ring your phone and your Doppler at the same time. So you have to turn off both in order to wake up, in order for the alarm to stop going. I've never heard of that before, and it's certainly going to help someone like me wake up. Another one, which I'm not entirely sure how feasible it is. We're still trying to figure it out. But we got lots of other things to work on. Is deep sleeper mode is what we're going to call it, where you have to physically walk away with your device in order to lower the signal strength of your device in order to turn off your clock. And we want it to be smart enough so you can't just throw your phone across the room. It's going to know the difference based on the signal strength, the decibels. So we have the ability to do all of this because we have a full Linux computer in there, and we can program, anything. We have 136 LEDs, a bunch of buttons, speakers, microphones. So we can make the product extra smart. We're going to work on all of these features after we kind of finish the bare minimum.
And as you mentioned before, there is Bluetooth in this as well.
There it
so
is.
You can be playing sound from your phone or another device through this as well.
Exactly. If you don't want to use ALEXA for whatever reason, you can use your phone as a Bluetooth, or you can use your Doppler as a Bluetooth speaker from your phone or any other device.
Terrific. Tell us about pricing and availability.
Yeah, so we're available on our website, sandmanclocks.com, as well as on Amazon. Just look up Sandman Doppler. The price is $199.99, and with the USB-C upgrade, it's $224.99, $25 extra. You can also buy that upgrade later on our website as well for $25. So if you don't have lots of USB-C devices right now and you want to upgrade in the future, your Doppler will evolve as your USB port choice does. And they're all available now. I'm not sure when this podcast is going to drop, but we're looking a little close for Christmas delivery, but it's available on Prime on Amazon, so you can be able to get it real fast.
Terrific. Alex Tramiel, thank you so much for taking the time with us, and congratulations on the innovations.
Thank you so much, Fred.